Would you like to know who the most important rulers in the history of Iraq have been since its establishment to the present day? Have you ever wondered who ruled Iraq in ancient times? Are you curious to explore the influential figures who led the country throughout the ages? Well, join us in this exciting video as we showcase some of the most significant rulers and leaders who have left their mark on Iraq's history. You will get to know the rulers of the Sumerians, Babylonians, Assyrians, Islamic rulers, and many other figures who have played a role in shaping the trajectory of Iraq over the centuries. Are you ready to travel through time and explore the history of Iraq through its greatest rulers? Follow the video to discover more.
Sumerian period. Gilgamesh, around 2700 BCE, he was the king of the city-state of Uruk and a legendary figure in Sumerian civilization. He is considered a hero in myths and a just and brave ruler. Lugal-Zagizi, around 2400 BCE, he was the king of the city-state of Uruk and known for expanding the boundaries of his kingdom and constructing canals and dams. Ur-Nammu, around 2300 BCE, he was the founder of the kingdom of Ur and one of the prominent rulers who expanded territories and built temples and other structures. Gudea, around 2100 BCE, he was the ruler of the city-state of Lagash and a powerful military leader. He is known for unifying the city of Lagash and Nippur and establishing a strong empire. Gudea, around 2100 BCE, he was the king of the city-state of Uruk and a successful military commander. He founded a powerful empire and waged large-scale wars against other kingdoms. Entemena, around 2050 BCE, he was the king of the city-state of Lagash, and among his notable achievements were the expansion of the city and the construction of many temples. Babylonian period. Hammurabi, 1792 to 1750 BCE, he was the king of Babylon and is known for his famous Code of Hammurabi, which is one of the oldest written legal codes in history. Nabopolassar, 747 to 734 BCE, he was the king of Babylon and managed to restore Babylon to power after a period of chaos and unrest. Nabonidus, 556 to 539 BCE, he was the last king of Babylon and undertook reforms and the reconstruction of its temples. Akkadian period. Sargon the Akkadian, 2334 to 2279 BCE, he was the founder of the Akkadian Empire and its first king. He led successful military campaigns and established the new capital, Agade. Naram-Sin, 2254 to 2218 BCE, he was a prominent ruler in the Akkadian Empire and established Akkadian law. He worked on developing the infrastructure of the empire. Shulgi the Akkadian, 2094 to 2047 BCE, he was an Akkadian king who expanded the empire's borders and achieved economic and cultural prosperity. Assyrian period. Ashur-uballit I, 1900 to 1895 BCE, he was the king of Assyria and expanded his kingdom during his reign. Tukulti-Ninurta I, 1244 to 1208 BCE, he was the king of Assyria and successfully rebuilt the Assyrian capital and expanded the empire. Ashurnasirpal I, 1049 to 1031 BCE, he was the king of Assyria and a powerful military leader. He succeeded in expanding the empire and consolidating control over the surrounding regions. Tiglath-Pileser I, 1114 to 1076 BCE, he was the king of Assyria and achieved economic prosperity and built temples and structures. Ashur-dan II, 934 to 912 BCE, he was the king of Assyria and one of the greatest rulers of the Assyrian period. He led successful military campaigns and expanded the empire to its furthest reaches. Islamic period. Abu Bakr al-Siddiq, 632 to 634, he was the first caliph of the Rashidun Caliphate and ruled from Medina. He was a close companion and follower of Prophet Muhammad. Ali ibn Abi Talib, 656 to 661. He was the fourth caliph and the cousin of Prophet Muhammad. He ruled from Kufa and faced significant internal conflicts, including the first and second fitnas. Harun al-Rashid, 786 to 809. He was an Abbasid Caliph and one of the most famous caliphs. He ruled from Baghdad and contributed to the development of sciences, arts, and provided strong support for culture. Al-Ma'mun, 813 to 833. He was an Abbasid Caliph and ruled from Baghdad. He established the House of Wisdom and was a patron of sciences, philosophy, and translation. Al-Mu'tasim, 833 to 842. He was an Abbasid Caliph and ruled from Samarra. He faced challenges from the Umayyads and witnessed cultural flourishing during his reign. Ottoman rule. Suleiman Pasha al-Khani, 1534 to 1546. He was an Ottoman governor of Iraq and effectively ruled over the city of Baghdad and its surrounding areas. Muhammad Pasha al-Khani, 1623 to 1624. He was an Ottoman governor of Iraq and ruled for a brief period. He led military campaigns against rebellious tribes in the region. Mustafa Pasha al-Babanji, 1696 to 1704. He was an Ottoman governor of Iraq and ruled with firmness over Baghdad, successfully achieving relative stability in the region. Ahmed Pasha al-Jalabi, 1807 to 1831. He was an Ottoman governor of Iraq and ruled for a long period. He succeeded in organizing the administration, achieving stability, and developing infrastructure. Ibrahim Pasha al-Kalali, 1869 to 1871. He was an Ottoman governor of Iraq and ruled with a strong hand. He led a campaign to restore order and combat administrative corruption. Iraqi monarchy. Faisal I, 1921 to 1933. He was the first king of Iraq after its independence from British occupation. He led efforts to establish a strong and modern state in Iraq. Ghazi I, 1933 to 1939. He was the second king of Iraq. His reign witnessed economic and political challenges, and he established diplomatic relations with other countries. Faisal II, 1939 to 1958. He was the third king of Iraq. His reign was characterized by expanding the base of popular support and his efforts to maintain Iraq's independence. Iraqi Republic. Abd al-Karim Qasim, 1958 to 1963. He was the military leader who led the coup that overthrew the monarchy. He served as the prime minister and later assumed the presidency. Abd al-Salam Arif, 1963. He briefly served as the president after another military coup. He was removed from office and executed in the same year. Ahmed Hassan al-Bakr, 1968 to 1979. He was the Secretary General of the Voyage party and the President of Iraq. He led the coup that toppled the previous regime and established a political and military-oriented system. Saddam Hussein, 1979 to 2003. He was the President of Iraq and the leader of the Voyage party. He ruled for a long period and his rule was marked by internal conflicts and external disputes.
We would like to express our sincere gratitude to all of you for watching this video. We hope that you found it enjoyable and that you appreciated learning about the important rulers in the history of Iraq. If you found the content valuable and engaging, we kindly request you to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button on the video. Your comments and support mean a lot to us and encourage us to create more exciting and informative content. We look forward to sharing more fascinating information with you in the future. Thank you once again for your time and kind support.